I'm Mike Peterson, and welcome to my podcast.
Hey, what's up, team? Hey, listen, I want to talk about culture today. Now, I want you to imagine we have these 3 balloons, and what they're filled with is the culture that you're driving. So that first balloon is filled with water, and that water is weighing it down, right? It represents sarcasm, criticism, negativity, just a dark work environment. No positive input, no enthusiasm, no excitement, no drive, right? No goals. It's just negativity. Well, that balloon, when you let it go, is going to crash to the ground, right? And eventually, it's going to expand and eventually burst from all the negativity that's in the balloon. Now, the second balloon, it has air in it. It's just whatever air gets in there, it exists. Now, that represents complacency, a lax approach to your culture. It represents you saying things like, hey, work is work, no big deal. Hey, if we get it, we get it. If we win, not a problem. There's no expectation. There are no goals. Now, the last balloon, that third balloon, that one's filled with helium. Helium is lighter than air itself. So that balloon, it instantly rises. Now, the helium in that balloon represents having a positive environment, excited environment, an environment where you're focused on excellence, an environment where you're giving feedback, you're encouraging people. Even when you have to give negative feedback, you say to them, listen, that was a mistake. You didn't do that properly. We got to get it fixed. But I know you can do it, so go handle your business. Now, listen, I'm not telling you anything that I've never experienced and I haven't seen. I can tell you this. If you talk to any football team or basketball team, they'll tell you, you got to encourage. You got to motivate. You have to inspire. It was Vince Lombardi who made the comment that he makes a big deal over small successes. Now, listen, I coach football and girls lacrosse, and I'll tell you, there are times, and I'll use football as an example, when a player makes a great play, I'll run up and grab him by his jersey and yell and say, that's how you play the game. That's what I'm talking about. Now, look, I could yell at him when he makes a mistake, and I do sometimes. But let me just tell you this. I get more of a response when I highlight and emphasize what he did or she did right than when I do when they do something negative. Negative is easy. I can tell you what the corrective action is. And then I can commit you, now go do it. Now, I would love to tell you I figured this out on my own, but see, I had it done to me. I played football. I had Coach Antonio, former coach at Michigan State, the most winningest coach at Michigan State, and Coach Jim Tressel at Ohio State and Youngstown State. They always played that game. Yes, they would yell at you, but man, when you did something right, they went out of their way to make sure you understood that it was a great play and the impact that it had on the team. And so if you're fighting this and you're saying, look, I'm not into the whole, positive, make me feel good mentality, I'm just going to say this to you. The majority of you are probably the same people that go to a game, whether it's basketball or football or whatever sport, on Saturday and Sunday, and when your team is 4th and 1 and they need to score, you stand up and you go crazy and you're cheering and screaming them on. If for some reason they get knocked back and now they have yards to gain, you stand up and you cheer them on. You encourage them. And when they do something right, what do? You stand up, you clap, you whistle, you yell. Folks, those players on the field are in your offices. They're the same people. So if you want to inspire, you want to motivate, you want to have a team that just goes after it and kicks butt day after day, this is what you have to do. Check this out. We always love to hear this when people say things like, hey, the team has lost momentum. Right? A team fumbles, right? The other team picks it up, and now all of a sudden, they have momentum. Listen to that. The team lost momentum. What is momentum? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the attitudes. See, the team that fumbled the ball, they're focused on their mistake. They've lost their momentum. The team that picked it up and ran with it, and now they have the ball, well, now they see opportunity. Now they believe they can get it done. So it's changed their mental attitude. It's all about our attitudes, guys. Feed your teams. Give them the helium that they need to rise so you, your team, your company can all be successful. Keep swinging and keep knocking down giants.